Hi, I'm Ray Thompson from ThompsonTown Maple Products. We're located on the west shore of Clayton Lake on a family farm that was settled in the mid-1800s by the Thompson family. In 1982, Wayne, my partner, and his wife Teresa and my wife Ann decided to re-establish maple syrup at a location where my dad had made syrup back in the 1930s. At this present moment, we now tap around 6,000 taps. We've grown from approximately 1,000 when we started. Our family, which included Leanne and Lisa, my two daughters, and Derek, Jennifer, and Matthew, Wayne's children, Teresa's children, started out by gathering buckets, and now we do the pipeline. Over the years, we've been lucky enough to win a number of prizes, including Grand Champion, Reserve Champion at the Festival Maples, and Champion Maple Syrup. What I like best about being a maple syrup producer is being able to reconnect with the trees that I grew up with, and also seeing the children when they come to our sugar camp and sample the taffy and the big smile on their face. And I also love being able to connect with the other maple syrup producers in the county and getting to see them and meet their families. It's a great community to be involved with. I'd like to invite everybody to come out to our sugar camp, sit around the campfire, sample our products, and hopefully you'll be able to take some good maple syrup home with you.
Hello, my name is Wayne Thompson of ThompsonTown Maple Products, and I'm going to give you a little walkthrough on how we produce maple syrup here at the sugar camp. The 6,000 taps we have in the bush, the sap's gathered in tanks and then delivered here by either truck or tractor to a 1,000 gallon tank out behind the camp. First stage in the process is putting the sap through our reverse osmosis machine. This machine we bought a few years ago. It's designed to use a high pressure pump and separate the sugar and the water, and what it does is takes out 60% of the water from the sap before it even enters the main evaporator. Once the concentrate's gathered up enough, we then let it into our main evaporator that's running beside me here. This process uses heat to remove even more water from the sap. Making maple syrup is simply that. Get rid of the water, keep the sugar, make it thicker. So as the sap continually enters the main evaporator, it eventually pushes the thicker and thicker concentrate around to this finishing machine that's running beside me here. Using a temperature probe and monitoring how hot that liquid is, we take it about 7 degrees above the boiling point of water. Because the boiling point of water changes as air pressure changes, it's a continual process of monitoring and making sure that it is the right density. Once it's dumped off, we gather some up and we put it into this hydrometer, which measures the density of the syrup to ensure that it is processed properly and we have taken the correct amount of water out of the sap. Keeping it or making it too thick is a problem. If you ever bought a bottle of syrup and you notice sugar crystals growing in the bottom of that bottle, there's nothing wrong with the maple syrup. It's just the evaporation process has been taken too far. They took a little too much water out of the syrup. After it's dumped off, we run it through a coarse filter which removes any sand and impurities that may have been introduced in the process along the way. When I say sand, it's not literally someone threw sand in, but it's the minerals that are in the sap when they come out of the roots and up into the tree. So filtering it removes any of that. Then we pump it through an even thicker, a more dense filter. It's a 1 micron filter, again with a pump and a little bit of pressure. And after it goes through the filter, it is then pumped up into the kitchen. And behind me here, where we use a water jacketed heating element tank to keep the syrup at 80 degrees Celsius, where we then package it into the different containers that we would provide for our customers, whether it's 4 liters, 1 liters, all the way down to 40 milliliter bottles. New this year at ThompsonTown Maple Products, and in trying to keep up with the changing times and technology, we're making use of internet and wireless webcams in our sugar bush. One of our sugar bushes that we tap 3,000 taps in is 3 miles down the road, and it's a little difficult to monitor the way things are going. So using webcams, we can monitor tank levels, vacuum levels, and keep a good eye on the process without leaving the sugar camp. The thing I like most about making maple syrup in the spring is the time I get to spend with family. whether it's in the sugar bush or in the sugar camp, just spending some time and reconnecting. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite everyone to come and visit ThompsonTown Maple Products, whether it's to take a walk around our nature trails, maybe take a walk around Clayton Lake and enjoy the scenery, come to the sugar camp and see us process maple syrup, or just stop by to sample some pure sweetness.